still do some crazy things. So we'll see.
It's on top. Slam dunk pitches.
Huge turn.
It's the finals for the Skuffle for the Shovel 2024, live from Huntersville, North Carolina, just outside of Charlotte. Hosted here, as always, by Queen City Kubb, Mike Davids, tournament director. Our host today, John and Katie at the Tortoise Rescue. They've afforded us their backyard, which is fantastic. One, because they've got a tortoise rescue, and two, all those sweet, sweet trees, which makes the wind not so bad today. I am Stu Gander. With me, Mr. Sven Heikes. Sven, what's shaking, baby?
Dude, it's the finals. We got a rematch of our rematch with Dan Corey. Bob Heikes here. This is going to be a good one. Like, I'm excited for it, man. It's going to be good. Like, these two have been a collision course, it seems like, for years. So let's do it.
Yeah, third year in a row we get this matchup of Bob Heikes versus Dan Corey. Only difference today is Dan is usually the number 1 seed, is the number 2 seed. But we finished out our silver bracket on our last episode last week, the second semifinal. But real quick here, third place, 3 seed Drew Gander against 4 seed and host Mike Davids. Game 2, Drew is going to get a king shot and finish it off. So that puts Drew in the number 3 spot, Mike in the number 4 spot, and that leaves us with Bob Heikes and Dan Corey. Sven, I'll say this first. Bob Heikes 9-0, undefeated on the day, and knocked off Dan in round 3, playing for Keystone Kubb, facing off against Dan Corey. Only loss on the day is to Bob Heikes. Playing out of Raleigh Kubb. This one ought to be a barn burner, but my thought, Sven, was Raleigh Kubb has secured third, so one part of the podium. Dan Corey, obviously here, guaranteed another spot on the podium, so this one is shaping up to be a good day for Raleigh Kubb.
Well, that, and there's only one Keystone Kubb player here. That hurts even worse, you know?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, so if you're unfamiliar, the individuals is just your top 4 scores. Team is your each club's top 2 players from each tournament. No dropping any. It's not top 4. It's just your 2 highest scores for every one of the 6 tournaments. So this one is fixing to be a very good day for Raleigh Kubb right now, and probably is going to put them at the top of the club standings after one
definitely will. There's no way they won't be. They're going to get 1 and 3 or 2 and 3. They're good to go.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they're going to be up there. I just the points get a little confusing for me. I know you get 15 for a win plus your 5 participation, and then after the second, third.
The second best is Queen City with at this point 4 and
5.
8. Yeah, so 4 and T5. So they're definitely beating them there. If anything, Keystone just screws himself over by not having another participant here, which seems to be a fairly recurring theme-ish. And, it's tough. I don't know. It
happened last year at the East Coast.
It did.
And then last year at PA, Raleigh Kubb
only got one. So, yep. And so like that's, it definitely happens, and it probably will happen in PA most years because of Drew's son's birthday. But
blame it on the kid, Sven. Blame it on the kid.
The only thing this might do, it might potentially, depending on how it works out, and what we're already reading some tea leaves here in this season where we don't believe Mike Horenchik's going to come to East Coast. So, it might depend on Cousin Dave whether we pull Bob out of his East Coast Kubb Championship retirement.
Oh boy.
Because they need a number. Like,
they're gonna. You can probably
can't get one there.
Yeah, you can get away with 1-0 as long as you play really well the rest of the year. I don't think you can probably get away with 2 0s.
No, and so it might be all on Cousin Dave, and even then, who knows? I mean, he might come out of it. He hasn't played in East Coast since 2020 when he won it with Jake. He's been directing it ever since. But yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Cousin Dave. I was like, when did Cousin Dave?
No, Cousin Dave did not win East Coast. That did not happen.
Right.
All
All
right.
right, so
On to
Dan
this
picked
match.
one up. Yeah, Bob went 0 for Dan picked.
2.
Well, I guess
Yep.
went 1 out of 4, and now
Mm-hmm.
Bob is back. So
Yep.
this is the exact opposite of the last 2 years. The last 2 years, Dan Corey has gone undefeated through group play. Each of the last 2 years was the number 1 seed. And then Bob has been the number 2 seed the last 2 years. Only loss is to Dan. That's the exact opposite today. I don't know, Sven. Does that mean Dan wins it this year? What do you got?
The way this has started definitely could mean it. I mean, I know who you got, so we don't even. Wow,
Yeah.
backdoor boogaloo there.
That was sweet.
We don't need to really even ask you because I know you have Dan.
Yeah.
I have a hard time going against Bob considering the fact that he's 2-time defending champion, won this tournament the last 3 times he played in it. But they had a good match in qualifying. They've had good matches throughout the years. I mean, all their matches really the last 2 years plus this one have been really close. And so, I mean, a lot of them could. Last year, I have said before, and I'll say it again. Dan definitely should have won.
Oh.
So I lean towards Bob, but I would not be surprised if it goes the other way.
Yeah. Well, Bob just snuggled up to one there.
Well, that was 1 for 5, and now he's 1 for 7. So, not starting off the best from 8 meters right now. And
he picked up 2. Picked up 2 there.
Yeah, he did. Right, 2 for 7. Sorry, still not good. But Dan's
probably
just
nervous, Sven.
I doubt it.
Just had a big old clacker there.
That was a little bit of a mistake. I was just gonna say Dan's short game has been amazing today. He's been the peach farmer, and definitely been very efficient from short. And the basically I would say the kind of theme of the day for 8 meters is just have to be efficient enough.
Yeah.
I mean, no one's lighting it up. I mean, Bob came into this one off the semifinals at a nice 50-50 clip, but went on fire at the end to get there. So,
Yeah, it's probably, I don't know. I mean, the wind isn't that much. It just gusts from time to time. I don't really know what the issue. Probably that the fact that the ground is a bit soupy, and you can't really land it short. That probably hurts things. But
I mean, the wind is a slight factor. It's just not a huge factor. I mean, you can see these leaves blowing on the ground. I mean, and these are heavy batons. This is we're retiring these sets. Oh. Wow. I mean, we're both getting kind of these junk 8s here and there, like that one and Bob's.
Yeah, that was a cartwheel of that one.
Yeah, I mean, but it's fine. It's working out for both. It's all good.
Oh, yeah,
nice loaf.
How about that? Sweaty.
That's our first one of the tournament.
Yeah. It's got a little, is that a bow tie or not?
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't
know what's going on.
There's a lot of sweat going on, and then he looks like the guys who fight the bulls.
How long has this been going on with these meatloaf pictures? Like, this is the
now.
4 years or 5 or 3?
Whatever the year was that Drew won it, that was the first episode ever.
2021?
Yeah, I don't remember.
So this would be 3 years.
Seems like more than that.
I know, but like, we've never repeated a meatloaf picture, which is...
Well, I mean, some eagle eye observer probably would be able to find one.
Lars will call us out on that.
Yeah, we need to get
Lewis will call us out.
We'll have Lars for the North Carolina Championship. I'm assuming.
Lars should come down for that.
Speaking of Lars, I meant to tell you that I got a new shipment of mustard in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anything weird?
Not weird, but this is my favorite shipment so far. There was one that is like they don't even grind the mustard seeds. It's like
chunky.
Yeah. It's like eating caviar. They like pop in your mouth. So that one's good. And then there is a spicy Chinese mustard, which I haven't
Oh.
tried yet, but that sounds good to me.
Ooh.
And then the last one is a Creole mustard, which I also haven't tried, but that sounds good to me. So
Yeah. Okay. You get 3 a month?
3
Oh.
every quarter.
Two misses in a row there is not
No.
common by Bob, and
this doesn't look like an easy double either.
no, but he
Oh,
just hit it finally after his third try. Ugh. I mean, that's not good.
Yeah, so now has to go turkey leg in order to take back the lead. This one's been back
One would
and
be
forth.
huge here, just to salvage that. He really, I mean, he hit the double. He could have had 4 shots at this. Ugh.
Oof.
That's a rough turn.
Yeah. 4 to clear, 5, and then 0 for 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Dan with a big chance here to take game 1.
It's really 2 hits to clear, though. He threw 2 away. I mean, that's the thing that gets you. You don't want to do that. And you don't see that very often out of him, but he's in the driver's seat now.
Yep.
Dan is.
So Dan repping App State. We said earlier in the quarterfinals, Dan, always, of course, yep. Dan played John in a battle of App State. Interesting note about John. He was the mascot at App State.
No,
I don't know
really?
Oh yeah, you didn't hear that?
No.
Yeah, he was the mascot at App State. I don't know what the mascot's name is. Dan has told me before, but
Sorry,
the like minor guy.
Oh man, I'm surprised Dan didn't lose something. Sorry, when that information came out.
Oh, I'm sure they yucked it up over App State stories.
The mascot is named Yosef.
Yes, that is correct. Yosef. Now, is it spelled with a J or a Y?
That's a Y. OSEF.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, leaned it.
They are the App State Mountaineers.
Yeah, the reason I ask is Yosef doesn't strike me as a mountaineer name.
Like, well, maybe in North Carolina it is.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Like if you wanted to call him, oh, nice double. If you wanted to call him like Burley Carl or something like that, I'd be like, all right, that makes sense. But Yosef, isn't that Cat Stevens' name these days? Yosef? Yusef.
No idea. Oh, he's got a chance to win it here. I think this is over.
I hope he misses this one and picks it up on the next one so we get another loaf.
We're getting a loaf, definitely. Yep.
Oh, there we have it. Yikes.
Oh.
Stand back.
Sweet finish. Oh, no. Ah.
Not so sweet finish.
Oh, no. You do not want to give him another chance.
No.
That's the last thing you want to do. You got 2-time defending champ. Get a shot with 7-3. Let's do that. Yeah. You want to close that door.
Maybe we'll get another loaf then. We've already gotten 2.
Maybe he's gonna need to probably push 10 and play, or at least 9 and play and get some help. Maybe a penalty on the other side would be good. Like it's got to be something. He knows it now. Like he's playing with house money at this point. He should be down 1-0, and he knows it.
Yeah, with the conditions, barring a penalty or something, I think if Dan gets it back, he's probably going to have a real tight group, and this one might be over.
Well, let me tell you, like 7-3. I mean, you got to kill 7 with 2. Get a turkey to win. I mean, it's something that is doable, but the percentages are going to be fairly low.
Yeah.
So at this point, obviously that's the goal, and so that's what Bob's looking for at this point. But, realistically, probably 7 with 3 and baseline clear is about the best he's going to do, and that would be still a turkey.
Yeah, that's still a big turn. So
yeah, this group looks good. It's just I don't know if it's with 2. Probably not. Yes,
it's a bit tough to tell with the shade. So that
He
could
also
be.
needs to shake off those 2 misses last round.
Yeah. All right, so 7 in play. Needs a mess of them. Got a mess of them, but I can't tell you how many that was.
It was at least 4.
Yeah. I think there's still 2 in front, right in the shade.
Yeah.
There were 2 in front, and he picked up one of them.
I think there's only one left. I think there's a
Correct,
single
yes.
left, though.
Yeah, there's a single left.
The 7 with 3 is it's solid. There's nothing wrong with 7 with 3. No one's complaining with 7 with 3. Obviously, especially with the single at the end, it happens. But
you're going
now,
to have to get at least 2 of these.
at least a loaf, yeah. There's that was really solid.
Yeah, that was a good throw.
That was really solid.
That was a dive bomb.
That has Dan worried a little bit. Like an 10 in play kind of stinks. Oh, that was just a hair short.
It was
almost there.
All right, 1 for the loaf.
We're making it rain loaves today. There,
yeah, we are. It's grease everywhere.
Boom!
Oh, beautiful. Nice.
Look at that.
A flying loaf.
Yes. A little halo around him there.
I like that. I like that flying loaf.
Well,
all right. There's grease all over the place.
That was a good answer.
Coming out of our ears.
That was a good answer too.
Yeah.
But
so Dan has 5 to clear 9 now.
Yeah, the way Dan's been rolling, unless there's a penalty here, I think this is still over. Unless he's got to make some major mistakes in this group because he's been lights out, except that king shot.
Yeah,
which
Well, and as we talked about, the conditions are soft. Not super soft, but they are forgiving, and so you can move that cube and you can pile them in there real tight. Mm-hmm. That was a bit of a bouncy one.
A little bit. He's still in good shape here, though. That one's a force in.
Yeah, he has to clear 9 with 5. I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
The biggest hope Bob has here is he throws a penalty. I think there's only one rethrow right now, potentially that one on the right. The other hope is he gets them so tight that he clogs them up and ends up dropping batons trying to get through the one that's clogged up. But that's really it. And let me tell you, Bob's not expecting a turn at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, this is over.
You know what?
Should have already been over.
Dan's threw a few of those short, it looked like. He tried to throw it short and have it tumble in. I don't know that I've ever seen him throw that shot before.
No, it's 4. So this is 4 rethrows, at least. That's some hope. Any penalty here, I think, might give Bob another turn. That's a nice throw.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's tight.
It looks good, though.
I was going to say,
he tried to nudge it in. So obviously it was short. That other one's short. He tried to nudge that one in. One of these is going to be definitely a penalty.
Yeah.
Which one?
Maybe both of them. That was surprising. I wasn't expecting. Unless that first one, or not first one, I can't remember.
It had to be obviously short for him to nudge it in like that.
Yeah.
And I think the one on the sideline's out. And he nudged it and it bounced over.
Yeah, so what it looks like happened was the last throw nudged the short one in, but then flew out. So it's still not the end of the world, though. I mean, if you have, that 8 looks pretty tight, and then you've got the 1 penalty, so you got to clear 8 with 4.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's a lifeline, though.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because the last thing you really want to do. If I'm Dan on that group, I'm just saying, look, especially in these conditions, just don't throw a penalty. It should be over. Last thing I want to do is give him 7 or 8 with 1 base cube.
Yeah.
That's not ideal. Especially with a guy like this. I don't know. It's.
I don't think it's an ideal in any scenario, but yeah, when you're trying to win the first game, which you should have won on your last turn, you're kind of thinking, all right, hold on here a second.
Well, I'm like, I do think it's a factor who you're playing here. I mean, one, you're in a
Yeah.
final tournament that he's already guaranteed victory. Um, and you got, the guy who's already won it 3 times. The last 3 times he's played it. I mean, he's been here before. There's nothing that's gonna rattle him. So it's not ideal. But I think this group's easily clearable in 3 or 4. So he should have a shot to close.
Yeah.
Without too much problem. I mean, it's a really nice group otherwise.
It'd relieve a lot of tension if he took a big old,
Like
quad
7
or something. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
That hurts. That's a nice shot.
Yeah, that's real good. So we got.
You got
8.
6.
He's got 6 with 1. Oh, nice.
Nice.
All right, so he's back on schedule.
Yeah, yeah. He came back. He cleared it with 2 and just shorted the first one. I mean, he'd be in a prime position right now if he had 2 shots at this or 3 shots at this. But he
it's
gets
not gonna
it.
matter.
Game
Beautiful.
over.
Hey, that's a great turn.
Yeah, fantastic turn. Nice.
Takes out the king. So Dan Corey, 1 step away from taking his first Scuffle title, throwing 2.0 and 50%. Sven, there's smoke coming out of those batons.
Yeah.
1.6, great number. 33%, not a great number.
Not the best.
Not the best for a final. You're gonna have to, if you're wanting to win a final.
Not the best. Not the best for a qualifying match. Honestly, 33% is not what we're looking for, and
No.
But now the important part is trying to get to game 3 if you're Bob, and at this point with Dan, that those numbers just close this thing out.
Yeah, I would say if there was a preferred side to be on, it would be the side that Bob is on right now. There's a little sun in your eye action in the going Dan's direction, but he also has a bit of shade. So
yeah, and I mean, Bob took batons on the lag, and it's always a debate, but yeah, we'll see.
Yep.
I feel like Dan's still overdressed with the glove on.
You think so?
Yeah.
He's not wearing that for warmth. He's wearing that because he put rhinestones on it. He's a big Michael Jackson fan. Do you know that?
Yes. No,
Yeah.
Did not.
Yeah. He's got rhinestones on it. Yeah. Dan's wife didn't care enough to be here to watch.
Well, that's the other story that we haven't gotten to yet. So Dan's wife went to IKEA today, which we all know and love as I'm a Swede. I mean, obviously, know and love IKEA, but she has not returned, and he's now 1-0 in the final, and no sign of Erica, which is it's got to be starting to play with him a little bit mentally.
The IKEA is a big store, Sven.
It is. But she's in there alone. Maybe she's lost.
That's why I quit going to IKEA. It's too big. It's too much.
She's chowing down on the Swedish meatballs, and she's lost. She won't starve there, but she may be there for a while.
Well, they've got, if you get tired, they got plenty of beds to lay down on.
Yeah, they do. I mean, it would be a travesty. He finally gets over the top, wins this tournament, and she misses it because of IKEA.
Priorities, Sven.
Classic. Shadows are getting long, Stu.
Yeah, they are. It's probably about, 4:30 or so.
Yeah.
The days are short this time of year. We got probably, another 45 minutes, hour of daylight here.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. All right, 4 in hand.
Let's see another loaf.
Yeah, well, we're not going to see Loaf because he's got 4 in hand.
Oh, yeah, well.
You're not.
Sven loaf.
Yeah, potential.
If he gets 2 of these next 3.
Nice.
or these next two.
I'd be throwing at that one with a baton.
I would too. I always like to try to use it.
Yep. I just think it makes the target look bigger.
Well, and even where it's at, like very little bad can really happen.
Yeah.
I mean,
correct.
it's either going to knock it down or it's not. I wouldn't go high.
No.
There it is. He went high anyway.
Yep. Didn't use it.
Nope.
All right. So this one for 2 for 4. Nope.
Mm,
1 for 4. All right. Opportunity now for Bob.
definitely.
So next up for the Atlantic Kubb Tour, we're going to stay right here in Charlotte or close to Charlotte. We're going to be in Huntersville, North Carolina for the inaugural North Carolina Kubb Championship. However, not really, because it's just been called the Spring Fling for the past 8 years now, I think it's been.
Yeah.
That is late March, like March 23rd or something like that.
Yep.
You know, March 23rd.
23rd.
Yeah, registration open now. Go to AtlanticKubbTour.com, QueenCityKubb.com, Queen City Kubb's Facebook page. Oh, there's all sorts of ways to sign up.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. No,
Some teams traveling for that one, Sven.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Sweet Lewis.
Yep.
Actually, I don't know if Lewis is traveling. But
Probably
Cody,
not.
Yeah, Cody will be traveling. Teaming up with Spence.
We got the functioning Kubaholics for that one. That's breaking news.
Oh, functioning Kubaholics. Sweet.
Yep, they're in.
Are they playing as a 2 or a 3, may I ask?
2.
Oh, they're playing as a 2.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Double.
Yeah, nice 3 with 2 there. Good opportunity here with 4 batons. Maybe a super turkey. Ooh. That was a nice looking shot. We haven't seen a super turkey in years, Stu.
Yeah, those are rare. Those are as rare as the fabled Oprah. No, that one snuck it down.
It just massaged it down.
Yeah, it did. All right, super turkey.
That was a happy ending, Stu.
Yeah, it was. I like that.
Here's a Sven loaf. 2 out of 3.
All right, this is a big one here.
Very least it was a turkey leg.
Nope. 2 for 4.
Still, good turn.
Yep.
Took the lead. In position for 3 turns, which is all he's looking for generally. I think he should be looking for 1v1. Get down to 2 cubes left at the very, very worst after 2. I think you're in good position for a 3-turn game. I feel like we've seen a lot of potential 3-turn games, but not many have been closed today.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
It's that 8 meter. It seems like
it's the percentages have been down.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I think as much as we were like, the wind's not quite a factor, I think it's maybe a little more of a factor than we're giving it credit for, but it's deceptive. It's hard. Because it definitely seems to be a factor here and there. Like there's times where like, oh yeah, you can definitely see the stuff blow and then like and it changes directions and whatever. But for the most part,
what else is crazy, Sven? We haven't had, so we're in the finals now. We saw what happened. The 3rd place match went to 2 games. Every single match so far has been decided in 2 games.
Yeah.
I have no idea if that's happened ever on the Atlantic Kubb Tour, but I doubt it.
No, I agree. I concur. Yeah, no, it's pretty rare. I would have been surprised if you would have said the final at least was 2-0. I would have expected this one to go 3 games. So right now Bob at least has the lead to take it to 3, but it is I'd be surprised if this just goes 2.
Well, Bob has the lead, but Dan also has the batons ready to go, and
nice group.
Nice group, and he's got no problem clearing 5 with 2, and then have 4 at the baseline. So,
yep, 5 with 2 would take a turkey to win it.
Yeah, this match, I mean, first game, Bob jumped out to the lead. Dan took the lead back. Bob took the lead back. Dan won it. Um, you know, there's been lead changes aplenty in this one.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
That's a big throw.
Huge.
Yeah, I think that's 4.
Mm-hmm.
One left.
Got it.
Yep. All right, so 4 in hand, technically in the red zone.
Turkey wins it, Stu.
Yep. Well, that'd be a way to go out.
That would be amazing.
Well, it's not going to happen. It's not going to be that amazing.
Nice
There's
shot.
one. All right, now looking for the lead. Well,
Sven Loaf.
yeah, I tell you what, when he gets rolling, he gets rolling.
Sweep the leg on that one.
Yeah, baseline clear, opportunity to take. Oh, just short. Had an opportunity to take a big lead. Now Bob's going to have to retake the lead if he wants to keep going in this one.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta think from Bob's perspective. He's looking for a win right now. 7 in play, 2 left. Yeah, he's looking to close this out because going one more could be a problem.
It feels like Dan's a bit of a python in this one. Just starts squeezing a little bit every single time. Every turn he squeezes a little bit tighter, a little bit tighter, a little bit tighter.
Mm-hmm. A boa constrictor?
Look at, I'm not.
They both do it, I think.
I'm
I
not-
think
yeah,
your analogy's fine.
not
I'm
a-
just
What did I say? A python? Don't they do that too?
I think they do.
It's like anacondas do it too. Those are some bad mamma jammas. You know, snakes don't bother me or anything, but when I see those anacondas on TV, it's like, oh boy,
Yeah.
thing will swallow me whole.
Classic.
I had something actually intelligent I was going to say, but then I got thinking about anacondas. Now I can't remember.
All I can think is of now are rap lyrics.
Yeah.
Why anaconda don't want none.
Yeah. Old Sir Mix-a-Lot
Yep.
from Seattle. Well, there's a lot of bands from Seattle. Of course, we talked about Singles last week.
Yeah, we did.
Has a bunch of bands from Seattle.
Well, yeah, it's basically a movie about that scene.
Yeah.
All right, 7 in play.
Oh, that's what I was going to say, semi-intelligently. Sven, are you happy or sad to see the Kubb Classics in their final match?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think they're good sets. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I will appreciate the fact that at least when the Atlantic Coupe Tour would generally be played with the same sets. I think that's a benefit to everybody. So I know. Wow,
big turn, nasty blasty.
I know Bob has a Coupe Classic set. He uses it to practice for these tournaments because it's different, especially baton wise. It takes a lot more wrist action to get the rotation that he wants. Big opportunity here.
Yeah, he's got to pick up 2.
Needs a meatloaf.
Yeah, he's got 1 miss. He can have. There's your 1 miss. All right, now needs to go 2 for 2, and then the king.
Yeah. So it'll be nice to have all these events on the same sets. The downside is with all this wind we've been having in the last couple seasons that these do better in the wind. I'm a little concerned with how the spring fling's going to go as windy as it's been in the last couple years with the country coupe sets. But it'll be nice to be able to just stay on one rather than flip this around.
Yeah, I like these sets, but I like the country coupe sets as well. So just slightly different, but if you've been playing with the country coupe sets and then pick up one of these, it's noticeably heavy. Did Bob just go 0 for 4?
Unfortunately, he did, and that's
ouch.
Unbelievable. I would not have expected that, and I don't think he would have either, and that's a problem. Because now
Yeah,
you're getting
that's going
Dan
to be a big
7 and
problem.
1. He's going to be lucky to get another turn. That was a match-defining turn right there that did not. That's a problem. You can't go for 4.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, worst case there with 4 would have been baseline clear. Worst case, he should have at least gone to 2 out of 4. He had a great clear. 7 with 2 is fantastic. Nasty blasty and all, but no, 0 for 4. That's a killer. But that's
Yeah,
also
the 0 for 4s hurt. There's no other way. There's no way around it. It's tough to go, walking back to your baseline saying, "Oof, 0 for 4."
they didn't
Big
look like
change.
they were awful shots, but it doesn't. I mean, they misses or misses,
Yep.
But yeah, this is the last hurrah. These sets have been, I mean, 2016,
Oh, he's been around forever.
2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they've been around a long time.
Yeah, I will not miss not being able to see any of them though.
Yeah,
Whether there's grass or not at North Carolina. But
Davison. Yeah,
yeah. But
we should.
certainly for this one, he can't ever see him.
No, it's brown on brown.
Yeah.
Looks like a nice pile developing here.
Cut that last one in. Is it 1 rethrow? Oh, this is quite a... Oh, 2 rethrows. All right. I suspect Dan isn't going to throw a penalty on this one. I
No,
think he did that in the first game. Probably decided, I'm
maybe
not
we don't
down
do
for
that again.
Yeah. All right. That's going to be pretty tight. A couple of these are going to get forced in. Dan, of course, likes to take that angle on his first blast. So looks like it might set up for that shot pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Nice group.
Yeah. This last one is going to be forced backwards, I think.
It looks like it. I don't know what he's looking at, but it looks like it. Maybe not.
Nope. I don't think it matters because Dan's probably going to be taking about the same angle no matter what.
Probably, but I wouldn't have gone the other way with it. So
Dan, you don't have an advantage line. Get back. Okay. All right. Yep. No problem.
Does he have 6 batons or 7?
Who knows?
How many cubes are on the pitch?
All right. Let's see. Here he's going with the cross
Look
pitch
at that
shot.
wind. Look at that wind spreading up. And those leaves are blowing all the way across the pitch. And then they stop. And then they go the other way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We're in a bit of a very low speed tornado.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like the tide.
Yep. All right. That seemed
Couple.
to take some down.
Oh,
That
no.
one seemed to not take any down.
Nope. Bob needs more of those.
Oh,
That's
boy.
a single.
Yeah.
This is working out well so far for Bob.
Yeah, I think Bob's probably counting batons right now, saying, "All right,
Yeah.
I'm still here." Probably needs another miss.
This is a tough shot, but Bob's guaranteed unless he doubles this off. He's guaranteed another turn.
Yep.
Nice shot.
All right. To go baseline clear.
This is huge too, though. Nice
Oh,
shot.
and he picked it up. Turn saver.
Definitely a turn saver, and also just that's a big. Put one more in play. Now he's got 8 with 2. Needs 8 with 3 and a turkey leg, or 8 with 2 and a meatloaf.
Yeah, when you have no 8s left,
Yeah,
the
Backs up.
situation is dire.
Backs up against the wall.
Yeah. All right, so Bob is probably looking for. He's going to have to clear 8 with.
Just said it, Stu.
Oh, did you?
2 or 3. 2 or 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, Sven. I don't pay attention to what you're
Obviously
saying most of the time.
not. Nice looking group.
Yeah, so I think 3. Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Looks like he's got one rethrow.
Ooh, that one almost stacked on top. A neighbor here would be massive. Have we seen a neighbor today?
I don't think so.
That'd be great to get one
Need a
right
bit
now.
bouncy, but that might have been it.
Looks elevated.
It does. That is
Yep.
elevated, and that's our neighbor.
Woo! That's green. Or is it blue?
It's like greenish. I'll go with aqua.
Aqua. It's aqua. Well, that was massive. To get a neighbor here might give him a chance at 2 batons, which I think is going to be important here.
Yeah, this one looks pretty tight, and it's also going to be with that neighbor probably make it tighter. I don't think it's so tight that it looks like you're going to have problems getting through it, though. I think it's a good consistency. It's a good consistency on that cake he was baking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he's going to try to connect.
Oh, it looks like we got a call.
Yep.
I think it's being called in.
Yeah. So I think the goal here would be to try to connect these. He's got basically it's like 5 and 3. So I think he's trying to connect the 5 on the right and then the 3 on the left. If he can connect the 5 on the right to get those in one and then hit that, it's not an easy triple, and he might even get some blowback to get potentially 6 and 6 on the first if he really hits it perfect or gets a little lucky. But I think he's trying to go 5 and 3 here.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's going for the ones on the right first, and then he'll come back with try to pick the double on the left and maybe get some additional. Oh,
didn't quite hit it solid enough, just wiggled the one he was looking for. So now he's still got 4 left.
Yeah, but this should be a double, and I would expect
the triple
collateral damage right there. Yeah. All right, so now he's got the single to clear in 3. That means turkey leg king if he wants to get out right here.
The thing that's hard about this one, Stu, is he wiggled that one that he's going at now. I mean, it moved. It just he didn't quite get the shot he wanted on the first one. Oh, that was close to. It was actually close to a squirrel.
Yeah.
But like now, I mean, with that neighbor, I think he was hoping for this group of 2. Now he's sitting here looking he needs turkey leg to win. And the wind's spreading up again. You can see his leaves moving.
Yeah. So turkey leg for the win, loaf for baseline clear, and 10 in play.
Yep. Oh,
that was a flyer.
Yeah, not good.
Now he needs 2 for 2. Gotta have it.
Yep. Must hit. 2 must hit.
Oh, he switched it up. Went to the one on the right and picked it up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, one more. Got it. Nice. Another floating loaf. How about that?
10 in play.
10 in play. You are correct.
I'm calling it over.
You think so?
Yeah. Unless he throws a penalty or something weird on this thing, I think it's over.
I just think when you get 9, 10, and you're on the blast, it just brings so much more variation into the mix. Wacky things can happen. You never know.
Yeah, needed that group and 2, honestly. If that one that wiggled had gone down, that was a win right there. Still a great turn, 8 with 3, a loaf. There's nothing wrong with that turn. That's a high level turn. Got a neighbor on it too. Just needed a little more out of that first blast shot, really, to put this over the top. The turn before was a problem too. You can't go 7 with 2 and then go 0 for 4. So I mean, between that turn's more of a problem than anything, honestly.
I agree. I was going to say I think the 0 for 4 hurts more than.
Yeah,
not
mean,
go into for 2 kings.
The 8 with 3 and then the loaf's a great turn. No one's gonna say that cost him the match, but that 0 for 4 definitely cost him the match. There's no doubt about it. So Dan closes here, which based on the way this group is going, I would expect him to. That's what Bob will be looking back on. Be like, yeah, well, that 0 for 4, that was pretty crappy.
I think he's got 1 rethrow. Yeah, this is the one he threw short. I gotta believe with the rest of that pile, this one's gotta be safe.
Any sign of Erica yet?
Nope. Please. I think that one is in.
Yeah, I think it's in. He's not even checking it.
All right.
He usually would check that one first. Or it's so out that he knows it's out, but
all right, this pile is
wait,
assuming that one is
is that Erica pulling up behind there? I think I see Dan's truck coming up right now.
Oh, it's 5.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. Yes.
Finally.
Pile to the brim with IKEA boxes.
Yes. There's a Swedish flag hanging off of it. She squeezed it in. Oh man.
So this is looking another one that Dan is probably going to come down the line because he's going to take that cross pitch shot.
She should be running here right now. What a nice drill. There's no way, unless he clogs this up or throws away 2 batons. He's got to throw away 2. Or clog this up so bad that he ends up throwing away 2 because they get hit by collateral damage. But
I think
this is over. That's a nice drill.
That's a nice drill.
It sets up perfect for him too. He could start from
I was gonna say he's gonna have this cross pitch shot, and then if there's still he's going straight on.
Yeah.
I thought he would take the cross pitch shot and then follow it up with this straight on shot, but he is maybe thinking
about it.
Oh, he's gonna split the difference.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
That was, I think, 5.
Erica's hands are full with IKEA bags right now. She's is over.
Well,
the double and then a single.
Dan's gonna looks like he's gonna take home this tournament because I know the payout will pay for some of that IKEA.
Oh yeah, big single here. Get 2 king shots is huge. Nice.
Yeah. This one is over.
Nice
Dan
job.
Corey is going to win his first scuffle for the shovel, and he does it. This is the one that he's had marked down for a long time as the one he wanted to win. He did it after being in the final 3 years. Does it on the 3rd try, and does it nicely. 1.9, 48%, 85. Bob just couldn't get the 8s going. It was great short and just couldn't get the 8s going. Still left him at 72% on the K score. So there you have it. Dan Corey takes home the scuffle for the shovel, gets his name put on the shovel, and then in the silver bracket, Leo Enright takes home that one. Individual standings, top 10 after 1 of 6 rounds.
Look at all those Queen Cities.
Yeah, lots of Queen Cities. We need a club for Ryan Huber, by the way.
Yeah, we do.
And as we talked about, Raleigh Kubb takes the early lead in the AKT.
Commanding lead.
Yeah, commanding lead early on in the club standings. So yeah, great tournament, Sven. Loved the new location. Loved the lot less wind than we're used to experiencing. So very happy with that, and congratulations to Dan. We're finally getting over the hump in this one.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No, it's nice to see. Guy's been grinding for years now. This is his really third shot in the final against Bob. Nice to see him get over the top, and he's too good of a player, like I've said before, to not win more of these. So congratulations, great performance by Dan.
Yeah, Dan has now won 2 out of the last 4 Atlantic Coupe Tour stops, winning Maryland last year and then the Skuffle this year. So congratulations to him. And we are off to just up the street from here, North Carolina Coupe Championship, end of March. You will probably start seeing our coverage of that in early April. If you're lucky, maybe we'll say screw it. We don't want to do it anymore. But we'll see.
Probably won't happen.
Probably not, but we'll see. You never know. All right, Sven, any pearls of wisdom to leave our dozens of viewers with until April?
Dozens. Great. It was a great tournament. Definitely enjoyed it, and looking forward to the, I guess, kind of inaugural. Not really. I can't really even speak. It's not really the inaugural North Carolina. It is the first one, but it's been going on for a while. We just haven't called. We call it something else. But it's going to be good. End of March. Sign up now. It's the first team event of the season. It's gonna be a good season on the Atlantic Coupe Tour there, Stu. Looking forward to it.
Agree with that, Sven. All right, so until April, bazooka.
Bazooka. See you in March, Lewis.